Alright, I'm just going to get into this video. Today I want to talk about what probably is going to be the most controversial change I have seen in the Division's lifetime from Division 1 to Division 2. I didn't even know that this was going to be a thing that was coming until I watched a friend of mine's videos, Gamezone. Somebody's been playing the game for a while, he's been doing speedruns of the raid. I have just, this is brought to my attention that they are adding a change now to where talents, you cannot stack talents anymore. So say you have a damage to elites talent on every piece of gear. Now it's going to be you can only have one of those talents on one piece of gear and the rest are going to be deactivated. So that way it kind of reduces the damage that players can deal, so that way the scaling doesn't get all crazy. Which is, I don't know how to feel about this update. I've been trying to process this for a while now. So pretty much every build right now is revolve around stacking something. If you have a high damage PvE build that you use for the raid, most likely you are stacking damage to elite talents on all of your pieces of gear. Right now, every piece of gear that you have is going to be completely irrelevant and garbage. If you have a god roll set, it is going to be garbage. You might as well throw it out. Because what's happening is, all of those pieces, you will not be able to change that stat off. You cannot change that talent off to something else to make your build more viable. You pretty much just have a dead talent and all you're going to have is the base stats. And it's the same like with the Seeker build. I know I stack a lot of high damage to explosives or plus 25% explosive damage on my gear. I forgot the talent already. I think it's destructive. But yeah, that's going to be pretty much useless. It's going to nerf my skill build. This is pretty much... I think this is going to be the final nail in the coffin for a lot of players right now. For me, where I haven't played so much, I've only invested around 400 hours into the division. I can be, a little more forgiving of this change. I think, honestly, for balance sake, I believe this is a good change. I think it's a good change for balancing because, you're not going to get crazy results by stacking things as you would normally in previous patches. But the one thing is, I think the way that they're going about this is a little bit wrong. I think that every piece of gear from, not the PTS, but the title update 5 and before, I think if those talents become irrelevant, they should allow you to recalibrate said talent, which it's a little hard because technically you could use any one of those pieces. It's just that I don't know. I don't think you're just gonna have to farm new gears. Is what's gonna happen right now. You're pretty much gonna have to farm new gear. You're gonna have to find your new god rolls. So if you spent like 1,000 hours on this game, which if you have, you're fucking insane. It's been a wrap for you. This is something it's a good change, but as far as your hardcore audience, the people that have stood by you this whole time playing this game, they're probably gonna be gone from this. I know Gamezone. When I saw his video, he straight up said, I'm not going to play this game until they figure out the direction they want to take this, because they have been nerfing talents, weapons, everything up and down. It's not like a couple minor changes. They have gone like multiple talents in the past and, in the present and just sliced them, which a lot of the changes on talents I'm seeing, I'm really happy. One of my biggest things about this game was there are talents where you have to stack a certain talent to get damage. So what was happening was people were stacking as much armor as they could and using talents that give them all the damage that they needed that the red stats couldn't even fucking compete with. Now it's bringing it more in line, which is good. I think this is good change for gear balancing in the future. You can already reach insane amounts of health and armor, but we don't have the DPS to counter that. Now with red stats being buffed, there's a chance that those stats alone will help us be able to take out those high armor players. And of course, those high armor players should be able to tank a lot of damage. But there's a lot in this patch that's going on, but I think this specific thing right now is going to... Whatever player base is left, it's going to kill it off. You might bring some new people back, but with how this game has been going, I think this is a final nail in the coffin. It's not too bad for me. I'm still going to play this game. I'm still going to farm for gear. But if I were to spend 1,000 hours on this game on a couple set builds that have this and I made it perfect and they did this to me, I would be gone too. Destiny's Shadowkeep is right around the corner. I've been playing the shit out of that game. Yeah, it's going to be a wrap. Like if we just compare the damage right now, we have my high-end PvE damage build versus the one in the PTS. I mean, the damage is just ridiculous. It's completely different. I mean, for better or worse, honestly, I think this is a change that needs to happen to bring back balancing and to make builds a little bit more usable. It's going to be a little bit annoying when you get a good piece that you need to change one stat on it, but then it also has the damage to elites. I don't know. I feel like they don't need to do this. I think if anything, they just needed to reduce some of these perks that allowed you to get extra damage from stacking, I don't know, survivability. But I think this is the wrong way to go about it. I don't think that they should do this change at all, but let's see. I haven't played the game a whole lot, so I don't know the complete meta. All I know right now is that we got Pulse DPS build inside of PvP, and then stacking as much damage as possible for PvE rating, at least for most builds. If you want to shred things, that's what you're gonna do. That's really all I have to say. I don't know how you could change this or what can be done. I think that they should just allow talent stacking and just work on nerfing some of these talents that we're getting. I believe we're getting a little too much talents. If you want to allow stacking, maybe lower the amount of damage that the talents give us. Something to kind of compensate. I think this talent stacking might not be a good idea, but we'll see with the PTS. They're definitely going to get our feedback. They hopefully will change it. Alright, thank you for watching. If you liked the video, please subscribe, leave a like on the video. I appreciate it. And yeah, I'll see you another time.